Okay, so the next thing we look at today is the do while loop. The do while loop. The do while loop is just like the while loop, but this one, it performs the action before checking for the condition. It's just like the military, command or rule something. Do before complain. Okay, do before complain. So the same way today we are going to print from 1 to 3. Now printing from 1 to 3 with the do while loop, you start with the do, and then the do has a body. In programming, if we say body, it's the curly bracket. Okay, so the do will have a curly bracket or the body, and then right after the do, the while will set in. This while takes the condition. Now in programming, whenever you see the while, it's condition it takes. Okay, it's the condition it takes. So we want to print from 1 to 3. So let's state that I is less than or equal to 3, and then we do C out of I like this. So this is I. We'll try to run it. It's going to give us error here because program code are read from top to bottom. There's nowhere in the code where we created I. So we have to create the variable I before we can actually access it or use it. So now I is created, and by the default value is what is set to 1. And so this is it. We want to display the 1 as far as this condition is what is true. So the structure for the loop from what we did previously is the same here. Now with the do while loop, it will perform the action before checking the condition. It's just like the while loop, but then it's opposite. Instead of checking the condition first before doing the action, the do while loop will just do the action. It will perform the action first before it comes to checking the condition. That is always the approach, and this is how it works. Now look at this. Let me just add the step I++. Okay, the I++. So I hope you understand. Because of the plus, this is the step. Okay, this is the step. So it will first display I, and then what? Add the increment before finally it comes here to check. So we run the program, and then you can see now our 1 to 3 is displayed on the screen nicely. Okay, but the do while loop and then the while loop, they are common. Okay, I don't even remember the last time I used the do while loop in my code, but the fact that I'm not using doesn't mean other developers are not also using. Developers are also using the while loop. Okay, in programming, every developer and everyone has their own way of seeing this or tackling some of the concept I'm talking about here, right? But the do while loop, what happens is it will perform the action before checking the condition, and that is the mistake, or that's the one bad thing about the do before complain. That do before complain thing, because you can slap someone, and then at the end of the day, after you are done going into the matter, you realize the person you slapped is not even at fault. So that is one thing about the do while loop. Even before it comes to check the action, even before it comes checking the condition, it has already performed the action. Okay, so even the matter is even true because of the action it performed. The wrong has already been done. Okay, that's just by the way. Doesn't mean it's bad to use the do while loop, but it has a way of going about things. So the do checks to make sure it doesn't even check. The do just perform the action, whatever you have within the block, and then the while loop will execute. So this is what happens. Now you can see it just generated 1 to 3, right? And that's because we know for sure that the I is 1, so it will just put 1 here, and then when you put 1 here, the condition is true. It will come and then execute the body here, and then right after it's done executing the body, it will you just come back again, check the condition. So display 1 here, add 1 to the 1, making it 2. Come and put 2 to check the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 3. run up again, display the 2 here, the I++. Now this I++, it's also the same as the I plus equals 1. The I++ is adding 1 to the value of I. So this and then this, they are what? They are the same. They are the same. Okay, they are the same. And so that is what is going to happen. But the moment we make this side 10, let's execute this code. Do you think if we substitute 10 here, do you think it's enough to make this condition true? It's more. Now 10 is not less than 3. 10 is not equal to 3. So putting 10 here as the initial automatically should make the whole thing fail. Okay, but because this one is the do while loop, it will first perform the action. It will first display the 10 even before it comes to check if the condition is either true or false. Okay, so before checking and realize it says the condition is false, then it stop. So for the first time, it's going to even execute the code once before the actual thing setting. So watch this. We run the program and you can see 10 is printed on the console screen, right? The main reason why the 10 is printed is it started the checking, it started the action performing very early. So it did it first for the first time, and then it came to see if the condition is true or false. It realized the condition is false, so no need to do the incrementing, no need to start again. That was the dead end. All right, so that is about the do while loop. It's equal to the while loop, but you use the do while loop when you want your action or a particular line of code to execute at least once, even if the condition is what? Even if the condition is false. So that is about the structure for the do while loop. Okay, try as much as possible, go over the videos, understand the for loop, the while loop, and then the do while loop, because these constructs, you will need them a lot in your programs. All right, any program that you see out there is having any of this in. Are with me? It's either even more than one or any of them inside. Okay, so thank you so much. I don't intend to make this video long. Now if there's anything you don't understand, if there's any confusion, you can try as much as possible and then connect with me on Telegram. I think I went offline for a long time, but I'm active. So Telegram, you can just search for code with Ibra. You can just connect with me there. Okay, it's a channel, so you can just connect. You can also post your confusions or post your challenges, your questions at the comment section. Feel free to ask any question if you want to. I will come in to assist you or clarify anything you don't get well. Thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.